Here's everything I made today for my client as a private chef in the Hamptons and how I made it all. I got up around 8 to start putting together breakfast. My client's currently working out a ton, training for a triathlon, and so she's been wanting healthy, filling, and wholesome meals. She's not too big on breakfast. Her mornings are usually jam-packed, so she'll usually just have something super light. We had a lot of lemons sent to us, and she loves lemon curd, and so I decided to make something around that. To make the lemon curd, I zested and juiced a bunch of lemons, plopped in some egg yolks, and sprinkled in some sugar. Over at bain-marie, I whisked it all together and slowly incorporated butter until it got glossy and thick. I personally love to stop at this point just because it gets much thicker as it cools in the fridge, and I like to have lemon curd still running off the spoon by the time it's set and not too thick like a pudding. While that was setting, I made a quick blackberry compote. I also decided to spice up some already packaged granola by adding some mixed nuts, coconut flakes, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, honey, coconut sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, and avocado oil. I mixed it up and got it going in the oven. At this point, my client's assistant came into the kitchen to start making my client's go-to green smoothie, which I wanted to watch her make. It had like zinc, vitamin B12, celery green apple, coconut water, frozen mango, and spinach. When that was done, I started putting together the parfait, layering it with Greek yogurt, the blackberry compote, lemon curd, the granola, and repeating. I loved how it came out. The colors contrasted the smoothie nicely, and yeah, breakfast was served. For lunch, my client had sent me a TikTok, and it was a compilation of a bunch of people eating these ginormous buffalo chicken wraps. She was craving it, so I had to make it. But first, I needed to make a side to go with some zucchini that I sliced into sticks, salted, and dried. I made a dredge with almond flour, panko, garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian seasoning. I dipped my zucchini in the egg whites and then into the flour breadcrumb mixture. While I was baking in the oven, I made another dry batter with AP flour, potato starch, baking powder, and of course a bunch of seasonings. This one for the buttermilk fried chicken to go in the buff chick wrap. I dipped my chicken thighs that I had marinating in buttermilk and spices into the flour mixture and then immediately into some hot oil. I made a quick buffalo sauce with hot sauce, honey, and butter. I got them both going until the chicken was nice and crispy, took out the zucchini fries, and started assembling the wrap. Down first went the foot-long tortilla, chopped romaine, ranch, some buffalo, and the chicken. I did my best to wrap it. I had a lot of help from the parchment paper and aluminum. I made a quick little mocktail with an ume spritz and lemon. I served the buff chick wrap and zucchini fries with the buffalo sauce and ranch on the side. She didn't expect me to make it as big as it was, but she took a few bites and then saved the rest. For dinner, she wanted something light again, but also some cookies too. She said she was desperately craving them, and so I got going on the cookies, lightly creaming the butter and sugar before adding the eggs. I wanted to experiment a little since I've made cookies so many times, so I decided to add a little potato flour in with the regular flour to see what it would do. Then went the chocolate chips and the pistachios because I couldn't find any walnuts. I personally love fat cookies, so I portioned them out and got them chilling in the fridge while I prepped dinner. We had a lot of leftover veg, so I decided to make some sort of noodle salad with them. I blanched some string beans, oven roasted some summer squash, chopped up a bunch of cabbage, carrots, radish, some edamame, fresh cilantro, mint, and set it aside. For the dressing, I did some ginger, white miso, tahini, soy, rice vinegar, sugar, sesame oil, and avocado oil, and set it aside. I prepped a fillet of salmon to go in the oven to broil, coating it with a little mirin and sugar. I brushed it with the miso sesame dressing and got it under the broiler, while the cookies went in the other oven. The house is stocked with ramen, so I decided to use that for the nudes and gave it a quick boil. Once the salmon and cookies were almost done, I started putting everything together. I made another mocktail to go with dinner, this time a chili margarita with orange and mint. To plate, the noodles got mixed into the salad, topped with a broiled salmon, some chili crisp, a spicy soy sauce from the ramen packet, sesame seeds, and microgreens. I loved how it came out, and then I pulled the cookies from the oven. Love how the potato starch made it super fluffy and cakey, like a cake flour would do. But then my client told me she actually doesn't like nuts in her cookies. So yeah, that was that, and that was it.